Reckoner is another song that I can't buy into completely. I mean, gorgeous, almost achingly gorgeous melodies. Very R&B-ish. So beautiful, such soulful, beautiful singing. In this case, Tom doesn't have to be lively and belting. He's making the most out of a mellow melody and a mellow, understated vocal approach. But they rely on this hook and this melody way too much. And specifically, those few notes. They rely on that way too much for a 5-minute song. I don't care how gorgeous your melody or idea is, if you repeat it for 5 minutes, unless maybe you're attempting the krautrock approach, it's gonna get old. It's gonna get very boring. And Reckoner, although the parts of Reckoner and many of its moments are absolutely gorgeous and very moving, overall the song is very boring to me. And again, they're relying on pop composition, pop hooks. That's a pop melody. That's a pop hook. And it also serves as a bit of a refrain and chorus. They're relying on that approach, the pop approach, while also trying to be more understated, atmospheric, and experimental. And a song like Reckoner, to me, is just caught between worlds. So, and then lastly, songs like Body Snatchers, it's just so tossed off to me. So lazy. It's very cool. Very cool music. But to me, it falls way short of greatness and transcendence. And also, I thought back to what Radiohead did with this record and Rainbows. They put it out for free, essentially. I believe I bought it for $1, because what I heard of it, I didn't like too much. And also, I believe I was also flat broke at the time, or didn't have much money. 2007. I can't remember where I was at that time. I was probably in my head way too deeply. That I can guarantee. So I didn't give them a lot of money for this record. And I've been thinking back to that approach that they took. If they worked so hard on a 10-song record, why would they just toss it out there? One answer is that, they had made their millions, as Tom articulated in the endearingly tossed off OK Computer B-side, How I Made My Millions. They made their money and they thought, let's be generous to the fans that have stuck with us all these years. And that's certainly a possibility. They were just being good guys and being generous to their fans. But I think what is more likely, or at the least just as likely, is they knew that this record really wasn't up to par for them. They'd just gone through a rough period and were probably grateful that they were able to create an album at all, from the state that the band was in. And they thought, okay, we think this is good enough to give to our fans, but we don't want to charge money for it because it is subpar for us. I may be completely wrong about that, but I also may be 100% right. Because to me, the record does sound pretty uninspired, and most of all, just pretty halfway and tossed off. I might do a separate video on Nude, because Nude was the long-awaited release of what was always my favorite unreleased Radiohead song. For many years, at least, it was Big Ideas. To me, the original version of Big Ideas that they often played on the OK Computer tour was the best version by far. And it was very much a big traditional rock and roll song. With Nude, I think, man, oh man, I do like aspects of it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a very unique, minimalist approach, but just like Tom diluting and tempering down his voice so much in recent times, you had this big, beautiful, bombastic, anthemic song in Big Ideas. Why would you want to suppress that and turn it into this? I mean, this is gorgeous and very unique, and I do respect it, and I think it would have made a fantastic B-side accompaniment. That's a tough word to pronounce. Accompanying track to the original version of Big Ideas. It would have been a really cool alternate take. Right there. That should be blooming. And it falls completely flat and dead to me. This chorus. There are zero dynamics in this approach. So to me, you know, you created something very unique, magical, and beautiful. Why do you want to, you know, demean that, you know, in the name of avant-garde experimentation? You know, embrace cliches, embrace the typical, normal, unoriginal, and potentially boring side of you, you know, when it organically happens, and elevate that side of you and create amazing traditional pieces of music such as Big Ideas. More than anything that Radiohead has done in their avant-garde period, Nude, the eventual final version of Big Ideas that was released on In Rainbows, just feels very forced to me. I mean, Big Ideas existed at least since 1998. That's when they started playing it live. So they were kicking that around for 9 years, and this is what they come up with? I don't know. I do appreciate Nude on In Rainbows, but I lament, and I feel it's kind of tragic, that the original version of Big Ideas never came to studio fruition. All right, I just hit an hour. That's my cue to stop talking, go out and work, make some money. At some point I'll chop this up into much more digestible pieces. Thank you everyone for listening. God bless all of you.